Hey Toolerinos, I've got a little Colonial Homestead update video here. I had a day off, so I decided to come down and see what's new. There's kind of a neat tent and fireplace thing out here. Not sure what that's all about. They're building tiny homes, and there's some sort of hand work going on out here. Not sure exactly what they're making out of these things. Dowels for putting together tiny homes, I guess. Not sure. Set up over here to do something. And really the reason I'm shooting this video is because there's been some updates inside as well, so check it out. Look at all the blacksmith tools. He's got all the little vices over here. Oh, they're so cute. And check it out, Reggie.
Okay, that took about 4 minutes. A little more usual. It takes about 3 minutes.
All these cool vices.
So like there, that's 8 foot. You would have made 3 times 8. You would have made about $2 in 3 minutes. You know, it's not too bad. Only put a few hundred square foot to go.
For me, it would work better if I was on the other side.
Yeah.
Candy.
Right, it's easy to prevent the middle, but this is something you can think about if you want to. I'm going to be working on it most of the day. Here's what I was going to get you to do. This is a good intro. Small moments of lucidity where somebody comes up and he knows, like, oh, hi. And half it through petting that you're like, it's like, where am I? You know, that kind of. Well, 14 years.
Look at all the boxwood measuring tools with brass. Too rich for my blood.
Well, this is Mr. Winter, and your doggy is who? Bernie. Okay.
The reason being that
eBay in a box. Look at these vices. That's interesting. All right, Reggie. I'm gonna try to get a good shot of this for you. So many drills. Push drills, anyone? plumb bobs, squares. I don't know what those are. Levels. Draw knives. Look how many draw knives.
Well, you may get a chance today to be in Ohio magazine.
Oh, yeah? How's that?
There's going to be the doctor here, whether it was for me.
Bet there's some gems in there. I've got all the leg vices still back here, but all the other vices were moved up front. And most of this area is cleaned out, which is good because there wasn't enough light back here. But what is this thing? This looks like a pencil sharpener. Look at this little gas forge. Isn't that cool? I mean, it's small for, knife making or something, or small tools. Pretty cool. Happy Friday, everyone. I had today off, so this morning while my wife slept in, I got to go to Hand Tool Heaven. I got to go to Colonial Homestead, Hand Tool Heaven as I like to call it, with my Uncle Charles and Winter the Wonder Dog, and we had a great time and picked up some awesome stuff. So I got 2 boxes worth here. One is smalls that were out of a discount box, which that's a first. I hadn't seen a discount box at Hand Tool Heaven before. And then the bigger items are in the bigger box. Alright, first item from the discount box. A wooden mallet, wooden hammer. The handle looks like it could have been a chair leg even. Needs a little tightened up. Could use a little love. But I thought for the price, I couldn't pass it up. Next, I got a couple file handles. One has a square tang and one has a rectangular tang hole, and they're really big, really good size. Couple of file handles. I got this chisel. It's slightly bent. It's Great Neck brand. It still has the leather abuse absorber. I don't know what to call that. And here is a nice little wood handled screwdriver. I don't see any markings on the ferrule, but at least part of it's pretty crudded up, so we'll clean it up sometime and see what it looks like. I found a Fairmont wrench. It says Cleve 1. I don't know if Fairmont was made in Cleveland, Ohio. I have to look that up. But there's no markings to say what size the wrench heads are. There's there's some peening there. So I don't know, I was wondering, is this a wrench for a Ford Model T or something, where this was wrench number 1 and everyone who had a Ford Model T, it had 3 wrenches or something to fit every fastener on the vehicle or something. I don't know. If anybody else knows, please let me know. This is a mystery tool or part. This is clearly a handle, but I don't know what this is supposed to engage. It's not strong enough to be a nail puller. It was originally marked $5, but now it was in the discount box where it was 10 items for $7. So if anybody knows what that is, let me know. Another scraper. This one's definitely Red Devil. You can tell by the markings underneath the filth. I don't know why I have accumulated so many of these kinds of things, but essentially I have a scraper collection now. And this is a nice True Fit wrench, which I believe was made by Electrolyte. It's older, and it's just, I don't know, kind of spoke to me, so I grabbed it. And I got one of these squares. It's got some area ground away here, and it has a little notch here, and I think at least this was on purpose, maybe by whoever was using it as a jig. Maybe they were always marking something that height. But it's got the brass in pretty good shape, so I'll try to fix it up, clean it up, see how good I can make it look. I don't have anything like this before. I just was never willing to spend a lot of money on one of them, and so less than $1, I'll take it. And I got one of these angle finders, or you can transfer an angle off something. I forget what these are called. Bevel gauge, whatever. The metal piece is missing. Okay. I don't know if I'll ever find one or if I could make one. I know it's just a straight piece with a slot in it and an angle on one end, but it has brass inlays, and the handle has part of a patent date. It says patent September, but then the other part of it is worn away. Aw. So I was wondering if anyone out there has one of these with an intact patent date on there, if you could tell me what the rest of that date said, so I can look it up. I'd be curious to see if this is a Stanley or what. I mean, I don't see any other marks on it to know who made it. But it's bigger than the usual, so I thought it's kind of neat, and it's older than the ones I have, so I grabbed it. Again, less than $1. So that was the inexpensive tool haul. Essentially, I paid $7 for all those things from Hand Tool Heaven, from Colonial Homestead. So I thought that was a deal. Moving on to the bigger items. Item number 1 was this nice little drill press vise. It is a Dunlap. It's aluminum body, so it's not super heavy, but it does have the ears where you can bolt it down. And you know, it's a little loose, but it's adjustable. Could use a good cleanup and lube and some adjustments, and it'll make a fine small drill press vise. Next item was a hand plane. I needed a functional hand plane to do some work on this porch, because the boards are all cupped, and so the grooves are all tall, and we pick up splinters off of them. So I wanted to plane it down and restain it. And this is a Miller's Falls. I think he said this was a Craftsman made by Miller's Falls. I don't see Craftsman on it anywhere. You can see I was practicing with it. It does work. So pretty good deal for $25, fully operational, ready to use. No shortage of those at Colonial Homestead, let me tell you. Next item, I bought the cast iron Stanley corner vise. This one was a little bit cheaper than the other ones there. It's $35, but still has this original sticker. So I think it's in pretty good shape. It has some cuts in it where somebody hit it with a hacksaw, and the jaws are pretty tore up, but I actually have a bunch of this material from probably the right era. So I thought I'd rather pick up this cast iron model and fix it up. I got that other aluminum one at a yard sale, and that one's cool too, but I kind of really wanted this older 1950s looking model with the bullet shaped end here with the red stripe and the red lettering. John Fix did a great restoration on one of these a while back. If you haven't seen his video on that, I'll put a link to it in my description. And last but not least, I got this Miller's Falls drill extension, where it allows you to change from straight, so it's like an extension, to up to 45 degrees angled. So hang on. So you chuck this end in your drill, and then here's where you put your bit, and there's a handle here so you can lean into it, though I'm not sure how you'd work the other piece with one hand if you got a hand here. but maybe it becomes a two-man operation then, but isn't that cool? Miller's Falls brace attachment. Pretty neat. So that was my tool haul from Colonial Homestead. This was 20, this was 25, this was 35, and this was 25. Alright, thanks for watching. Bye. So I was doing a little more planing with the new hand plane, and it works very well. Once you get the blade adjusted right where you want it, it's kind of fun and very satisfying to see those chips fly when you're running it. So if you've never used a hand plane, I mean, you know, this was like 5 minutes or less of effort. It is kind of fun. So if you haven't used one, I'd recommend you get one. They're not that expensive, and find something to do with it. You know, it'll be an enjoyable thing, and it will be an interesting learning experience, and a way to help you appreciate older things that were made by hand, you know, for the amount of effort it would have taken to do that. So pretty cool, I think. I think you will agree with me. My family will probably think I'm crazy, but you guys all know what I'm talking about.